Hey there, welcome to my channel. I'm Erin, and today's episode of Hashtag Friday Sews is the This or That Tag Sewing Edition. So first of all, thank you so much to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for starting this hashtag that gets all of us sewists on YouTube together every week to talk about what's going on in the sewing room and in our lives. And then thank you so much to Zelda from Zelda Sews for tagging me in this very fun tag that's going around the YouTube community right now. Right now I am out on a walk in Pensacola. It is the current stop on our road trip, but I'm going to go ahead and answer these this or that questions first and then do a quick life update to round out the video. I don't have anything sewing related other than that because we are on the road trip and I did not do any shopping or anything this week. So let's get to the questions. The first topic is sewing prep. And the first question is stash busting or buying new. And I have to say buying new, mostly because I don't have a huge stash. I have some random fabrics I've thrifted and stuff without a plan, but I really do prefer to buy with at least a general plan of what it is going to be. And right now I have more plans with matched fabric and patterns than I have time to sew. So I have a lot of stuff to work through right now. Buying new. Also just because buying new is fun. Thrifting new. New to me. Also fun. Question number 2 is PDF or paper patterns. 100% paper. Hands down. I like having the instructions printed. I like having everything printed out without me having to go through the effort of printing and taping and cutting and all of that. Paper. Question number 3 in this topic is cutting versus tracing. I'm kind of a hybrid. Truly, I am tracing. I cut down to the largest size in the packet just so that it's more maneuverable and easier to handle, and then I trace my size from that, or the size of whoever I'm sewing. So tracing in all. Really, I'm tracing. Question 4 in sewing prep is muslin or just go for it. I just go for it. But it's because I don't have any fabric that I've spent a lot on. I have a lot of thrifted stuff, a lot of things that I got well discounted, so I just go for it. Okay, on to topic 2. Topic 2 is fabrics, and the first question is online or in-store shopping. In-store thrifting, in-store shopping at big box stores or local places. In-store, so far I like thrifting things, as I've said a couple times now, and I like feeling it. But I think I will definitely order offline in the future. I just haven't really had a reason to yet. Knits versus wovens is the next question, and definitely wovens. I like working with them. I like wearing them. I am dabbling a little more into knits and getting more comfortable sewing knits, but definitely wovens for me. Okay, then we are at tumble dry versus hang to dry. And it's tumble dry. I prep the fabric like I'm going to wash it, and I tumble dry almost everything, at least partially, and then I'll hang it out for the final bit sometimes, but mostly I tumble dry. Question number 4, rotary cutter versus scissors. Rotary cutter 100%. I don't know if it's because of quilting or why, but 100% prefer rotary cutter as long as the blade is sharp. Just swoosh right along. I use a scissor for any like super specific points I need to, but definitely rotary cutter. The third topic is clothing construction. And the first question is following the instructions or winging it. Definitely following the instructions for me. I haven't been sewing garments long enough to kind of have the innate knowledge of what needs to happen next and how it needs to be done. There are a couple things that I have strayed from here and there just because it didn't really make sense to me, and I've found a way that felt more intuitive to me, but generally following instructions. The next question is bias tape versus facings. I don't really care. It's facings. I think facings give a nicer, more polished look. I don't care. Whatever the instructions tell me to do, I'll do. That's where I'm at in my sewing journey. Okay, the next question is serged seams versus French seams. Definitely French seams. I actually don't have a serger. I might buy one in the future. I don't know. Not really on my horizon right now. I like to finish seams with a French seam. I think it's really polished, really elevates the garment, and if it's something that I'm taking the time to make myself, I want it to have that extra little like edge, extra polish over something I would buy, I guess is kind of how I think of it. Question number 4, button fly versus zipper fly. Zipper. I haven't put a button fly into anything. I own a pair of jeans with a button fly, that's fine, but I've done zipper flies and they're fine. So I like them. Number 5. Ooh, right, sorry. Number 5, hand sewn buttons or machine sewn. And it is 100% machine sewn. If my machine can do it for me, I will have my machine do it for me. I decided that when I was trying to finish a dress for my daughter by hand sewing a lot of things that I could have done on the machine, and yeah, if my machine can do it, I will let my machine do it with my assistance. Number 6, fusible versus sewn-in interfacing. I don't think I've actually used sewn-in interfacing in anything because I have fusible and I like fusible. So I am open to trying sewn-in. Probably not. I'm just going to keep using fusible if I can. Okay, next question. Snip as you go or all at once? Definitely as I go. Most of the time I'll do it as I go. Unless I get super excited and I just want to get something done so I can see how it comes together. That's where I will get lazy about it. But usually I like to snip as I go and clean it up because ours just takes forever going back through later and catching all those things. Okay, last question in this topic is press as you go or all at once. And I'm definitely press as you go. Sew the seam, finish the seam, you press the seam. Topic number 3 is sewing habits, and the first question is late night sewist or daytime sewist? Daytime / evening. I sew if my daughter naps, if she naps, and then during the weekends when my husband is hanging out with her, and then into the evening. But like late at night, I am in bed because Brady wakes up early. The second question for topic 3 is slow and steady or frantic. I think as I'm getting closer to things being done, I'm a little more frantic. Try to be slow and steady because then you make less mistakes. Probably somewhere in the middle, 50-50, a little of each. And the final question of this or that sewing edition is, do you tidy as you go or all at once? And I tidy as I go in terms of the fact that, like, at the end of my sewing sessions, like if I'm sewing in the evening and then I'm going to go get ready for bed and be done for the day, I will tidy up, set myself up for success for the next day. Yeah, and then definitely between projects, I try to do a big tidy. Okay, that does it for this or that sewing edition. I forgot to mention earlier, but the tag was started by the Curated Curvy. So thank you so much for starting this tag. It is really fun to hear everyone's preferences, and see how people are doing things because there's no right answer. It's whatever works for you and whatever gives you the garments that you want. So yeah, thanks for starting this hashtag. I would like to tag Peggy from Bespokeability Sewing and Lara from Sewing Up Style. I would love to see what you ladies have as your preferences on the this or that tag. And if you don't make videos and you just want to leave down below what your preferences are, I would love to read those. Or if you do make videos and you haven't been tagged, please feel free to make a video and tell everyone what you prefer. Really quickly, in terms of life, we are finishing up this road trip. By the time I put this video up on Friday, we will be almost back home. We'll be at my mom's collecting our doggo, Lovely Copper. And yeah, we're in Pensacola now. It's kind of our last actual day of the trip. The rest of the days are just kind of longer hauls trying to get back home. It's gone really well. We get to see our house again tomorrow that we're moving to in September. And then, yeah, we will be back in Texas, back in San Antonio for about a month before we move. That's about it. We're having fun. Brady isn't sleeping. My husband is signing that he is all done with this walk. Oh, and then the baby is all done with this walk. So we are going to head back to our Airbnb and go take showers because we're hot and sweaty. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Friday Sews. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing. Thank you so much to everyone that has liked my past videos, that has subscribed, and that comments. It's so awesome to hear from you guys every week. and I really appreciate the feedback. I love being part of this Friday Sews community, and I love interacting with everyone else in it. So thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Bye.